Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for supporting the channel by like, share, and subscribing, right? And then smashing those notifications so that you can be notified when I upload new videos, right? So today we're going to dive into a very important topic. I'm not going to hold you long today because I'm just starting to feel myself and I don't want to over extend myself, right? Because we don't want to like the Mexicans say, take it easy, right? Take it easy. Right? That's what I'm doing. I'm taking it easy, right? So what I'm going to talk about today is my experience in the spiritual realm sexually with the incubus and the succubus, right? Um, Now, the incubus and the succubus, what that is they are entities in the spirit realm that like sex, and they will have sex with you when you sleeping, right? And a lot of times you will be aware, right? This will happen lucidly, and sometimes you won't be aware. You won't know until and after you woke up and you find yourself having a climax when you waking up. That means that they done finished with you and they didn't show themselves at that particular time. But most of the time, the experiences that I've been having these experiences since I was a child, since I was, since I can remember, since before I was 12. You know, way down in my childhood, I've been having these experiences with the sexual ghosts, the incubus, the women ghost. I mean, the succubus, the women ghost, and the incubus, the men ghost. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest with you guys and say that if I had a choice, I would. The succubus are much more pleasurable. They show you a lot of pleasure, but they are very scary looking, right? And they could come in the form of um, anybody that you know, but they're going to be in a form that is very on a lower dimension than this 3D realm. Because look, whether you know this or not, you are surrounded by different worlds, different realms, right? Think about it when you go ahead and just say if you put your keys down and you go away and you forget where you put your keys and they don't be there where you think you put them, and then you look away and then they'll be right there where you just looked at. That means you jumped, right? But a lot of people are not aware of this, right? A lot of people aren't aware of this. We are so, when we come to this realm, basically we are um this is a I'm gonna let you know, this is a guide game that you're in this realm. When you first hit, first of all, before I get back into the sex with the ghost, right? Before I get back into that, I'm gonna tell you that. Oh, y'all like my shirt? Did y'all like that shirt? It's nice, right? So look, right, before I go into the sex with the ghost, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that when you when you come into this world, you are made to forget everything that you know. You come in here, you come into this world with the secrets of the universe, but you can't articulate it, right? And you shut up with all this stuff to help you forget. You go into school to help you further forget, to help you be able to kind of lower your consciousness more. Now you analytical, you know figures and stuff like that, but you don't know your soul, right? You don't know yourself, what you are for real. We say all the time, I'm just a spirit having a physical experience. I'm just a soul having a spiritual experience. But we don't know these. We don't really. The reason why I know we don't know this on the level that we say we know it, because we put God outside of us. We. If you knew what you really was, you would not have God as a separate entity from you. That's just not possible if you know who God really is. And Christ beat it in your head a million times, but we don't get it because we are so. Real quick, this guy I was watching, I forget his name, but he was talking about how he goes into the spirit realms. And I'm gonna give y'all my house stories. I've been there a few times, at least 5 or 6 times I've been there, right? But he was talking about his experiences. I'm gonna talk about everything today, right here. I'm not gonna hold y'all long, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna break down everything that I meant to break down, right? The joy in the morning, right? How morning is supposed to be joy, right? And joy is supposed to be mourning, meaning you got to, because of where you are, you have to do the opposite. It's always supposed to be opposite day. When you smile, when you happy, you supposed to frown. And when, listen, this is how you maneuver yourself in the other realms, right? This is how you got to the look. You in this world, you in this school called Earth, so you can learn how to maneuver this energy in the next round. You gotta know how to, like, the energy of love, how hard that pushes. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when you scared, love that's gonna balance out the scared out in that other realm, and that's going to push you forward, or that's going to push something out your way that you need pushed out the way. Let me tell you, you in school because it's something that you missed, right? Or something you got to keep coming back here to learn, right? So yes, he was saying that he was in this realm, right? I don't know why my nose is itching like that. Well, probably because I still, but but he's in this realm, right? And he was helping this lady, and this lady wanted a drink. She wanted some alcohol, right? And she wanted this alcohol, and he said, "Ma'am, I came down here to help you. There's no drinks down here. You're not going to get your drink down here, so just come with me." The lady would not come with him, right? Because she said, look, I'm going to go try to find me a drink, and I'm going to come back. He said, but I can help you out of this realm. Because in this realm, this was like the lower level of hell. Yes, there is a lower level of hell. Earth is hell, high hell, right? Earth is hell, but there is lower levels, like 2 or 3 more levels beneath this level, right? So the man, right, was telling the lady, look, I can get you out of this place, because that's what he does. He goes into the spirit realm and helps different people that he sees fit out of that place. Because some people, he said, deserve, well, kind of, nobody, only way you deserve to be in those realms is if you want to be there. Because some people is so, even in this realm, in this hellish realm right here, you comfortable with being miserable. You comfortable with being the victim. You comfortable with, just being sad. You comfortable with that victim mind state, right? And so this lady that he was trying to help, the lady wasn't taking it. She wasn't taking the help, right? And he was like, dang, I can pull you out of here. all surrounded. It was like abandoned, and it was dark all day, every day down there. And it was just like he was telling the truth because I've been to these realms, right? He's telling the truth, right? When I heard him, listen, when I heard him say this story, tell his whole story, I was almost in tears. I was so intrigued because I was like, he telling the truth because I was in this particular realm. Like one hellish realm I was in was like, listen, let me tell you, it was like York, Pennsylvania, right? And for some reason, like after like even in my childhood, I knew I had been at this particular place because I kept dreaming about this place. I kept dreaming about it, but I didn't know where it was on the planet. My cousin moved up there, right? And I was going through shit down here. My cousin was like, come up there, or I'll come up there and go into the city. And it's exactly just like the place I had visited. But it was abandoned. It was abandoned, but it was York, Pennsylvania that I had visited in my I still might be there in a sense. I don't know, but I had visited, I used to live in York, Pennsylvania, right? And at this point, like this was back in 2014 that I moved to York, Pennsylvania up there with my cousin. Got my own place and everything. But that was a place that I had been seeing all my life in my dreams, right? And I had lived there before. Now, I don't know all the details about how I lived, but like different dreams I would have, I would know that that was where I used to live in my past life. So there you go, right? What I was saying with the lady, and he was like, come on, ma'am, I can help you out of here. She would not go because she needed her drink. Now, he knew that she wasn't going to find a drink down there, but she did not know that, right? She didn't know that there was no drink to be found in that place, but she was so committed and so hungry for that drink that she didn't want to move from that area. And I can relate because I remember when I was using, I pretty much didn't want to do anything different because I didn't want nothing to happen without me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want, you know, to miss nothing, right? So I pretty much stayed in a pretty much radius of 2 block radius, right? So, right, so yes, I said all of that to say we are so comfortable with being programmed and not making our own program, right? We comfortable with people telling us what the program is instead of developing. You got the software, you got the hardware. All you need to do is make that decision. Wait a minute, this is my shit. Just like with jobs. Like I'm on a job that's probably mad at me because I got sick. Like I don't think that they're going to take it out on me, right? I don't think that they're going to take it out on me, but I felt some type of a way when I would call in and it wasn't, it was all too, damn, you're missing work. Instead of, oh my God, are you all right? Now, one of my supervisors did ask me if I was all right. But the next sentence was, we need you in. Like, I'm not going to allow, and it's not personal, and I know what they did wasn't personal, right? But you're gonna have to look, this 2024, this the golden age right here, right now. You're gonna have to take your power back and you're gonna have to put yourself first. Because if you do not put yourself first, you're not gonna be able to be nothing to nobody. So you're gonna have to develop your software, you're gonna have to develop your own program, right? And what's the name it? Cultivate it, cultivate yourself, cultivate the God within, get in a real relationship. That listen, you ever had an imaginary friend? Same difference. Let me tell you, people with imaginary friends are very powerful people, whether you know that or not. Talk to God like God is your imaginary friend and see what type of power you develop in your life. If you're not used to talking to God, right? If you're not used to talking to God, just do like my granddaughter. This look, my granddaughter is the business because she had an imaginary friend named Kalisha, Kababa, Bigfoot, and Boogaloo. It's four of them. It was four of them, right? She had four imaginary friends, right? And they was really her family. Like I think Kalisha and Kababa were sisters, and I think Bigfoot and Boogaloo was their boyfriends. I think, but she had a whole realm. And listen, my granddaughter is. I think she got more than I got, as far as shit, right? I'm joking, but no, but she's going places, right? Think of God as being right there because God is right there, not somebody, invisible thing that's outside of you that's going to harm you in any way, shape, or form. It's the mind state, it's the guilt that you allow people to put on you because you're not meeting up to their expectations, because you're not going to let them sit up there and what's the name you into doing something you don't want to do. I'm talking about man, woman, children, whoever it is, boss, I don't care who it is, right? If you don't stand up for you, the God within you is gonna be. Now that's when God within gonna be pissed, right? Because you're not being truthful to yourself. You're not being loving and caring to yourself. And guess what? If you're not loving and caring to yourself, you're a phony to everyone else. Because if you don't love you, you passive aggressive and you phony. And quiet as this kept, you can tell if you love yourself or not. And you know deep down inside, I don't care how many wigs you put on, I don't care how much makeup you put on, I don't care if you got on $1,000 boots, $1,000 this, $1,000 that, or $50,000 this and $50 that. That don't mean a hill of beans, right? Can you tell yourself that you've been honest to people about what you didn't want to do and what you wanted to do, and you did something for yourself every day? I don't care if it's go ahead to the salon and get you a nice facial and get you your feet rubbed, right? Or you sit there and get your products and rub your own feet, right? And do for yourself. But let's get back onto this sexual ghosts and shit, right? I don't listen. I'm not going to pretend and tell y'all why these ghosts are not coming to me anymore. But I can tell you they was with me as a child, and they would come to me on the regular. Look, I was getting orgasms at least once or twice a month from from these entities from the age of like 12 until I got clean, right? When I got clean and sober, they stopped coming around. They stopped coming around. You know? Now, I'm going to tell you, it's crazy. The most craziest, that's not even the word. The most crazy time that I've ever had with a sex demon or whatever they are, a sexual incubus succubus, right? I like the succubus better, the succubi better because they're more sensual. The incubus is rough and they don't give a shit, right? But the succubus is very sensual and very nasty. Very nasty. I mean, look, when these entities, especially the succubus, when the succubus would visit me, right, and I could see it, not when it would visit and then I didn't see anything, I just woke up coming, not that time, those times, but the times where they actually woke me up and started doing it, right? Um, look, it was so scary because they is ugly as fuck. They ugly. They scary looking, like real scary looking. But the sensual, it's like I think it's the reason why they so scary looking is because they is they is you at your darkest, most depraved sexual fantasy, right? And that's what these are. That's what they do. They do the darkest, most depraved sexual shit, right? And that's why they look so scary. But it's only an aspect of you or your personality or your deepest desires that you have not been honest with yourself, right? And that's why these entities, I think, was visiting me because this was at a point into myself. I was wearing a mask. Now, yeah, light bulb. Yeah, that's what that is. I was wearing a mask, right? So I think that's exactly why that I kept getting visits because there was me, you know, it was me acting out my most deepest sexual shit. You know what I'm saying? In my dreams because I couldn't do it in real life, right? Because in real life, I wasn't being honest about myself. I wasn't being honest about nothing. Hmm. Right. So yes, honey. All right, now I'm gonna tell y'all about the most craziest. I'm that's the craziest time that well actually it was two, right? And both of these times, it might have been more than that, but these are the two that I really will never forget, right? And both times I was in rehab, right? One time in 2018 and one time in 2019, right? So I'm going to tell you exactly how it went. I would go to sleep, right? And this is so fucking weird. I would go to sleep and they would come to me as bullies, right? Um, Real ugly, scary bullies. And it was like a track field, not a track field, but they had, but it was like a school and it had like, you know, them street lights. So it was like the street lights, and you could. I just remember the street lights. I remember the grass, the green grass, the street lights. So I think we were at like in a field or at a school or something. I think it might have been because I used to get bullied in school, right? So yeah, we were at school. I mean, at a like a field, like a track and field, but it was grass. And you could tell, I think it was a school. You could see the, you know, like the street lights, like the long lights that be at like the stadium, like the long hangover light things, whatever. Right. So I just remembered those things, right? So yeah, what happened was they would keep chasing me, and I would wake up scared to death, right? Wake up scared to death. So they would keep chasing me, and I'd wake up scared. But I don't know, like as I kept dreaming, like as the days would go by, because like I said, I was in rehab. As the days would go by, I guess I got tired of it and I started facing these people, right? And and so when I faced these people, we would wind up in some depraved sexual shit. Like really, and these were incubuses, right? We would end up in some really depraved sexual activities. And I would be so in my lower animalistic realm, right? I was like, you ain't gonna bully me, I'm gonna bully you. You gonna take all this action, right? Cause I'm not sure. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Cause I don't know if they were scared of me after I didn't run, or if it just was they just wanted to have sex, right? I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of vivid. I mean, it was a vivid dream. It was very intense. It was very real. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't a dream. It was real, but it's so far removed from my psyche because I haven't been getting visited by these folks for like a year and some change. I haven't had any more experiences, and I've been having these experiences since I was a child. Not the violence. The violence only came when I was like get ready to get off drugs for good. So the violence only came in like, look, okay, yeah. So 2017, I had violent dreams, right? 2000, let's see, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Yeah, those three times, those were violent, sexual with the succubus, not the incubus. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think in 2017 I did have an incubus, a real violent. God dang it, a real violent incubus story, a female. But 2017 was the incubus. The succubus was shit. It's all jumbled. But I know 2000 and wait a minute, 18, 2000, yeah, 2018 was the scary, scary, scary incubus. That was Man, that was when they kept fucking with me. They kept fucking with me, and I kept running, kept running, kept running. But then I stopped running, right? I stopped running and had the best sleepy sex I ever had, right? That was actually the best once I faced my demons and like faced them down, was the best sexual sleepy sexual experience with these creatures, right? And basically, I think it was like just facing, God dang it, facing my demons. And when you face your demons, you get a feeling of heaven. See, the orgasm, we think that the orgasm is down here, but the orgasm is up here. When you are true to the God within you, right? God dang it. Excuse me. I felt like I just want to sneeze, like my nose is just all jammed up, y'all. Mm. Whew. So look, right? So when you true to the God within you, right? You get an orgasmic feeling. And this is the present. This is the gift from God, right? Thy anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over, right? You know what that oil is? You got, listen, if you're not getting to know about these oils and the way your body works, if you're not getting to know that everything in the Bible is literally talking about how the mechanics within and without of your body, thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. What that means is when you are true to the God within and you know how to work because you're paying attention to God within you, not God without you. You paying attention to the God within, right? When you deny yourself, then you're saying yes to God. That's the irony of it all. You got to deny yourself. Take care of the body because that's the whole key right there is your body. That's why they say you in this leg of hell, you in that leg of hell. Right? We're in the body. That body is hell. Some of us are in the balls. Some of us are in the brain. So we all one in the body of Christ, right? Michael the Macron. So our cup runneth over, right? Anointest my head with oil. There is an oil that gets secreted when you deny yourself, when you make a decision to do something to help the body, to not separate because God is in your gut, right? When you do something to help, listen, this is going to sound crazy, but when you allow your gut to touch your back, you merge your body with God because God is in your gut. So when you merge, you allow, that means you got to go hungry. That means you got to fast. You know why? Because you got to merge. Let your let your stomach touch your back. That's merging the body with the soul, with the God within, right? And that will cause that oil to drip. Thou anointest my head with oil. I forget what the oil is called. It's called colostrum or something like that, right? And it's like a hormone, but it's something separate from that. I forget what it is, y'all, because I'm right. So yeah, it's colostrum. Uh, anyway, it's an oil that gets secreted, and that's not. Listen, I feel it. I see it. I look when I let my stomach touch my back when I don't eat for even if I don't eat for like 5, 6 hours, and I can feel my stomach touching my back. I can feel that shit. Listen, because look, if you're looking at this live stream right now, that means that you're woke. That means you're not. Listen, wait a minute. Let me back up so you can see me. All right. Look, if you're looking at this live stream right now, this means that you is woke. You not sleeping, right? You wake. Look, we waking up all over the planet, right? If you, dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. But let me tell you something. You gotta listen. Gotta let yourself. You gotta. You gotta walk away from everything that causes you fear. You gotta walk away from it, right? I mean, as far as if something is causing you disruption and not letting you focus on the God within you, you're gonna have to make some decisions, right? Because once you go ahead and deal with the God within you, I feel like crying right now because I want. Look, something happened to me Monday, right? And y'all know Monday started the golden age, right? And I was like, dang, soon as it happened, right? I wanted to tell y'all, but I wasn't feeling good. For the last, the hindsight is 2020. I'm ready to tell y'all. For the last, I would say 4 or 5 weeks, I've been getting burnt by my stove, right? And now that I see the whole picture, I understand why I kept getting burnt, and it makes me want to cry because it was just for that moment, Monday or Tuesday morning, Tuesday rising, right? That I discovered something. I'll tell y'all, I was burning myself making toast, right? For the last couple weeks. Every time I put a piece of toast in the oven, I would burn myself, right? And it would take, look, I burnt myself right here. It took about 3 weeks because I burnt it to the white meat and beyond. Like I could see everything up in there. I burnt that shit down to the bone, right? Then I burnt myself right here, right after that. And the it was to the bone, to the Joan, to the bone, all down up in there, up on out of there, up on in there, all over. Listen, then about 2 weeks ago, I burnt myself right here to where it took my fingerprint off, right? The fingerprint is back though, but that's how bad I had burnt it. Now, each time I burnt myself, which I would say the last 2.5 months, each time I burnt myself, it would take at least three weeks for it to completely to where I can't see it no more, right? At least 3 weeks. Monday night, I'm putting a piece of toast in the oven. Now, this oven, I didn't know it was hot, right? I touched the hottest part of that oven with this part of my finger right here, and it went out to here. It was disgusting. Now, it didn't break skin, but it went out to here. And it was like, oh my God. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to be in pain for another few weeks. I was like, dang, right? And I showed my son, right? I showed Jay. I was like, look what I did. Oh my God, right? So then I goes to sleep, right? God is good because I was so, oh my God, I was like, oh my goodness. I don't know what, because I have been sleeping on the floor, because I be like rolling around. When I don't feel good, I be just like moving too much. So I wouldn't sleep on the floor for the last week. I've been sleeping on the floor, right? So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so miserable sleeping on that floor, and be so miserable rolling around and shit. And then I don't have no band-aids. What I'm gonna do, blah, 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 blah. But you should never use band-aids on a sore. Let the air, you know. You do not put no band-aid on your sore unless you just don't heal. I mean, other than that, just let the air heal you, right? So look, I went to sleep. I know I talk long, right? I went to sleep, right? And I goes to sleep, and I had this dream. Even when I think about it now, it's fucking wild. Let me tell you about the dream. I burnt myself in the dream, right? And I showed my son. I was like, oh my God, I burnt myself. Look, in this dream, it was shit coming out of my finger, like butterflies, gold, silver, diamonds, platinum. Everything was coming out of this finger. Everything. Beautiful colors I've never seen in my life was coming out of my finger. Gold, diamonds, every type of stone that you can think of. Look, butterflies was coming out of here with diamonds on. It was weird and it made me itch. In the dream, I was like, ew, oh my God, this shit is coming out my thumb, and it made me itch, right? It made me like have the willies, like the EBGBs, because I was like, ew, that's coming out my thumb. Ew. I mean, out my, not my thumb, but my index finger, right? I'm like, oh, right. So my son was, like, but then this guy came up to me in this dream, right? It was like a Agent Smith type of dude. And so I backed up because I was like, what the fuck you looking at, right? And he was like, yeah, like, yeah, oh, you do magic. Okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Like telepathically, that's what he was saying to me. I was like, you don't get your ass out of here. Why? I'm gonna make it real dark for you. You better get your ass out of here. Right? You want to see some dark clouds every time you fucking open your eyes? You better get your ass out of here. Right. So yeah, and then look. So that happened, right? I wake up about 1, 2 in the morning, right? So I can go in the bathroom and give the toilet a thrill. I've been on that toilet for a good week straight. I know that toilet is sick of me. So I goes in the bathroom, and then I thought to myself, shit, I forgot I done burnt myself. Lord Jesus, I better not put no hot water on this thing right now. Look at the freaking hand, and it was gone. It was nothing on my hand. It was like nothing happened. It was not burnt, right? Not nothing. And I told my son, I woke my son up. I was like, ah, get up, get up. He's like, ma'am. I said, did I burn myself yesterday? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, look, Bob. And I showed him. He was like, dang, yeah, you did burn yourself. I was like, yeah, it's healed. It's nothing there. Nothing there. If he wouldn't have seen me freaking do it, I would have thought, oh, okay, that was a dream. But it was a dream because life is but a dream. See, now it's going to be to where we jumping all over the place, in and out these dimensions, in and out of these rooms, different rooms, realms. A room is a realm, is a position, is a look. Everywhere you step is a potential for a different realm, a potential for a different dimension, right? It's all in what you choose, right? But yeah, y'all, I had so much to talk about, but that story was crazy, right? And yeah, that story was crazy. I was like, look, after that, I said, dang, I know I know the God within me is a healer. But that was on some, I don't know, that was on some next level shit right there. Because the burn was crazy. The burn was disgustingly big, crazy red, looked like, matter of fact, it was turning like it looked like an eraser, not an eraser, but not a number two pencil, but like a brown number two pencil. It reminds you of. It was disgusting. Right. But yeah, it's no more to be. God damn it. I need to wash my hair. Right. And then what else? I was gonna say to talk about yeah. Um oh, mourning. That's what we want to talk about. Mourning, right? Um Weeping may endure for a night, joy comes in the morning, right? What does that mean? That means after the morning you'll have joy? No. That means that you living backwards when you is look sex. When you having great, amazing sex, what are you doing? You moaning, mourning, moaning. Words and sounds, guys. I keep telling you guys, words and sounds. Moaning, moaning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Look, that's why I don't get mad at people no more for saying good morning to me, right? Because I understand that all of this is an energy, right? We're going to talk about that as well, right, y'all? We're going to talk about words and sounds, and we're going to talk about, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? It's this pastor that I listen to. See, this is why you can't, listen, if you in the conscious community, you can't make fun of religious people. You can't make fun of the Christians and the people that go to church. I'm going to tell you why you can't do it. Because guess what? I discovered something. Because look, it's this pastor, right, that be on YouTube, right? This pastor is freaking amazing, right? He remind me of the pastors in my family, right? He is amazing. Now listen, the stuff that he say, I don't agree with half of the stuff he say. Half of the stuff he say I agree with, the other half I do not, right? But I'm indifferent to it. To the stuff that I don't agree with, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you what matters, and this is the truth. It only matters how somebody makes you feel, because what how the words come up out of their mouth and the vibration to what it hits your aura, how it hits your energy field is all that matters. It does, everything else is babble. That's why nothing, no religion, all the religions really we saying the same things. It's all babble. It doesn't matter. Even this a scripture in the Bible that say at the end of the day, none of this shit matter. It's all babble, right? One of the scriptures in the Bible do say that, right? But we be missing that. Sound, vibration, and frequency is all that matters. How, look, you ever had somebody come around you and their energy was so freaking off that you, in every word that came up off their mouth, you like, you got to go. You got, you back up 3 feet, please, and thank you. You got to go, right? But it's some people that come around you that when they talk, you can feel it in your crown chakra. You can feel it, right? It only matters how somebody makes you feel. Right? The only truth is how you feel when somebody else is in your area. It's your area. This is your space, right? How somebody makes you feel. It just clicked to me because I was like, why am I listening to him? And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he say. I don't agree with it. You know why? Because he is with what he believes in, what he's saying. His intentions are honorable, right? He's not being untrue to himself, right? And when somebody is being true to themselves and not sitting there hoarding on what the next person is thinking or worrying about where this one putting their coochie, where this one doing this and that one doing that. When somebody is just totally true to themselves and rock the way they rock and don't focus on others, right? It resonates with people, right? It resonates with people when you're around somebody that's true to themselves. When you're around somebody that don't sit there and let everything that they do be because of what this person does. You know what I'm saying? That resonates. So because this man is true to himself, right? And he is speaking to try to help people in a genuine manner, right? The frequency that he's on when he speaks, even though his words I don't agree with, but the frequency he is on, the vibration he's putting out, it resonates with my vibration. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? And his wife, same thing. Both of them. He got a beautiful wife. He's amazing, right? And they both have this vibe, this amazing vibe that you just want to listen to. And when he talks, and I look, what really comes forth is his sincerity and his His listen, frequency and vibration, I think people get it mixed up, right? A vibe is, a vibe is, you know what I'm saying, is a push, right? A pushing out, or you know what I'm saying? The frequency is how many times that thing is pushed out, how many times or how often that vibe is, you know what I'm saying? The vibe is the actual is the actual spirit or spark. The frequency is how many times that spark is sparked, right? So this man vibe, right, is very powerful, a powerful vibe, and his frequency is constant. His frequent, it's not a phony thing. So the frequency he is on is very, you know, you know what I'm saying? It's a current. It's a current there, right? He going somewhere with that. He going somewhere with that. He's not, that energy ain't stagnant because he's being true to the God within him, right? He being true to God within him. And the stuff that he say, if I was a judgmental person, I would be like, I can't listen to him because I don't agree with what he say, right? But because I have evolved as a soul, right? I understand that it's the vibe he put out. It's the sincerity in what he's saying, right? It's not, you know what I'm saying? He's very, what do you call it? Sincere at what he's doing. He's not doing it. I don't know why he's doing it, but the vibe matches my vibe because I can feel it in my crown. You ever had somebody to talk and you can feel it in your crown? Now, I might be the only person that has a really active crown chakra. Like my crown chakra is lit. And look, it's ways you can control that thing. Look, this is how you look, you gotta listen, you gotta know how this shit work. Everything is energy and everything is you balancing that shit out or you making it go the way you want to go with the frequency you want it to be at, right? With the vibe you want to feel. That vibe is that and that frequency is the current, like it's like the current, right? So basically something annoys you, right? Or something that you don't agree with, right? You have somebody that you got, just say somebody that you got to work with, right? But you don't agree with most of the things that they put forth, right? You got to find something. If you got to be around this person, you got to find something about this person that's not so fucked up, right? If you have to be around this person. If you don't have to be around this person, kick rocks. Make them kick rocks, one or the other, right? Separate yourself, right? Not that hard, it's not rocket science. You separate yourself. Tell them to kick rocks or you kick rocks, right? But if you have to be around, just say if you working in the office with somebody who you don't fuck with, right? You gotta listen. And I'm getting ready to give y'all a game right here. I should make y'all pay for this, but I'm not that type, right? Go to my Patreon. Look, I'm getting ready to give so much game on Patreon, but I'm getting ready to tell y'all an energy hack right now, right? You're around somebody you cannot fucking stand, right? And you just wish they get the fuck out your face, right? You gotta find something about that person that is totally but you got to be kind of a wizard to do this. You got to be creative. You got to create love. Sometimes you're going to have to create, right? You don't got to be around nobody you don't want to be around. But just say if you working with this person and you think you need this job, which you don't, all you need is you and the God within, and the fact that you know that there's infinite possibilities within you. But if you think you need this job, if you think you need whatever you in, this arena you in, get creative. Find something about that person. Even if it's the way they say a certain word, right? Even if it's the way they anything they do. You got to get creative. You got to program it in your own mind, right? Whatever they do a lot, especially like if it annoys you, you got to reprogram your mind to say, every time he does that, I feel this in my crown chakra. Or every time she does that, I feel that. I feel it. It feels so, you know what I'm saying? You got to program yourself. You got to get creative, right? That's why Christ said you got to be as a child, right? Because children create. Children have imaginary friends, right? And you could listen. You gotta be able to use these imaginary friends. You gotta be able to use this imagination. I am a jinn, right? I am a jinn. Imagine. That's what imagine is. I am a jinn. What is a jinn? A jinn is a god, right? What did Christ say? Ye are gods. Christ said, didn't I tell you you was a god? Fucking dummy. Didn't I say you was a god? So why is when somebody asks you, are you a god, you gonna say no if I told you you was a god? Genius, right? Why? I used to get so mad when I used to hear people call themselves God. Oh my God. I used to be like, dumb. I used to be so freaking mad. I couldn't stand Charlemagne the God. I could not stand his ass because his last name was the God. Right? I said, don't he know there's only one God? Don't he know that's blasphemy? Call himself God? Right? I'm fighting God's battle, right? When God say vengeance is mine, right? So I got mad for God. I know God was laughing at me, right? I got mad for God. I'm like, why is he calling himself God? See, the reason why God say vengeance is mine, right, is because that's none of your business with nobody's else religion. God dang it. It's none of your business, right? Unless they is coming up on you with some nonsense in regards to anything. Then what they do, what they say, what they feel, what they, all that's not your business. It's not your business. Right? Where's my shit? Don't tell me I took it in the other room. That is crazy. All right. So God dang it. I don't know what's going on, right? With the ether. But my nose is itching. My eyes are itching. Everything itching. Right? But yes, guys, that is basically shit. I got so many stories about because I was listening to the guy talk about his his work in these underworld, in the realm up under, just up under here, right? And I'm a witness. There are realms up under here because I've been there. Women, women, the lowest realm that I was in, okay, because I was in that realm he talked about just below here. That was the York, Pennsylvania, and the realm where the guys was you know, fucking around with me, right? But trying to bully me, right? But then I was in this real lower place where I was by myself. And I was in that place 3 times, right? At least 3 times I was in that place. So that was, I think, the lowest round of hell that you can get. And no, it wasn't a burning place. I wasn't cold. I wasn't hot. I was just feeling all of the feelings that you cannot imagine. Um, you can't imagine how the intensity of the loneliness and of the scaredness and of the agony. And it's not painful. It was just, okay, I'm going to tell you what I think this was, what this actual experience was. I think this experience, but now it's going to be a little bit off. So look, I think this experience was how God felt when God was just that primordial force on its own until it divided itself into fragments and made itself into, you know, I think that's how God felt, you know, when God was just God by himself or by itself, that primordial force. I think that's what the chaos was, like being lonely, right? Because that's what I felt in this place. But in this place, it was like a basement, right? But it was like a basement nowhere. And it was dark. It was an orange light. And it was like a maze, right? And it was like a basement. And every time I would find the door in this basement, every time I would find the door, then to get out, I would go into another room exactly like that. But in this other room, it would have like a window in a different spot. Pretty much, I don't even know if there was like windows, but I know it was just like the rooms that I was in, they was almost just alike, but in every room it was like something a little bit different. That's what I wanted to say, right? And every time I would think I would be escaping this room or escaping this place, this maze of a place, of a dark. Listen. Oh, and that ain't the worst part. The worst part is a lot I would be like flipping, and could not stop flipping, like kept flipping, like couldn't stand. I couldn't stand on my 2 feet for like more than like 5 seconds. And I would get on my 2 feet for 5 seconds and then I would go to flipping again, keep flipping. And it was agonizing. It was that. And then I would try to listen. I would try to wake myself up, right? Because I don't know if I knew I was in a dream or what. I don't know. But I was trying to wake myself up. There will be times in this place where I was like, oh my God, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. And I couldn't wake up. And I would try to scratch myself, pinch myself, hit myself, and could not wake up, right? Each time in this play, each time when I would get tired of doing all the shit that was failing me, I would say the word Jesus with everything I had in me, I would say, Jesus, help me, like deep down in my gut, right? And I would wake straight up, guys. I would wake straight up. Soon as I would say, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus, I would wake straight up, right? So I said that because I said earlier, you don't, if you in the conscious community and you make fun of a Christian because they don't see how you see things, and they take the Bible on a basic level and not dig and know the Bible on a metaphysical level, you don't make fun of them because it's still, listen, it's still energy that you messing with. It's energy. Listen, Christ's energy is real. So you don't sit there and make fun of that energy because you're making fun of a whole deity. You're making fun of a whole, you making you're not, when you doing that and making judgments, what you is putting that energy onto yourself because you're not seeing that person as just like a part of yourself that has not woke up yet. And you being judgmental and saying, "Oh, they sleep. You still sleep. You still believe in Jesus Christ." Yes, Jesus Christ. That's Christ consciousness is a whole energy, whole deity, whole. Yes, it's real, and I'm so glad that I have those experiences to draw on to be able to reference that. Yeah, that name is very powerful in this realm, and I don't, and in that realm, right? And this realm too, think about it. People even not trying to throw shade, but you know how much energy has been exerted behind the name Jesus Christ, even when he was on the planet. Whether he was on the planet or not, I don't know. But I know that is an energy, a heavy energy that can get you up out of where I was at. I know that, right? And that's the energy that wants you to realize that the kingdom of heaven is within. And that's the energy that doesn't want you to judge the next one because they know the Bible on just a basic level. And just know the stories and think that the stories are just literal and not about the human body. It doesn't matter. You still show love, right? You still show that, you don't sit there and make fun of a Muslim because they do Muslim and you do Christianity, or you, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's all energy. And guess what? We all saying the same thing. All at the end of the day, the only thing that matter, and the Bible do say this, I forget where it said that. At the end of the day, it's all babble. All what matters is your frequency, vibration, and you know, your energy, how you put forth your energy, and you learning that by how you treat your body, right, and by how you get closer to, you gotta find out, you gotta know where God location is. That's a deal breaker. That's not up for debate. That is just not up for debate. I don't care. You're not gonna be able to get away with anything. Listen, shit can, yes, stuff can work before you even realize how to work it, right? And stuff can work before you know what it actually is. That's why the Bible works for those who don't even know how very powerful the book truly is, right? It's a book of spells. It's the gospel. the God spell. That's what the Bible is. It's a book of spells. It's about how, and the spells is the word spelling, spells, the word spelling. That's why they call it spelling, the word. The Bible is a book on how to cultivate the body, how to take care of the body, what you did not to take care of the body, and how to remedy that, how to stay on course, how to love your neighbor. I mean, micro to macro, the Bible is telling you, giving you game on upon game upon game upon game. And yes, we do. A lot of us, me before 2012, was reading it on a basic level for the stories. Yes, Joshua did this, but guess what? Jesus was each and every character. He came back as each and every character. That's why they say Christ is the new Adam, because he just kept coming back until April showers is time, baby. Hey, April showers, you my first visitor. I've been on here for an hour. Hey, April. Hey, it's crickets over here. Thank you for coming, April. I'm telling you, April. Yes, honey. I know you do, baby. Thank you. Gorgeous. April. I'm gonna say it. I love you, April. I love you. You know I love you, April. But yeah, girl, I was just talking about my sexual experiences with the people in the spirit realm. You know, yeah, my sexual experience with the people in the spirit realm. I was talking about how my health stories and everything. And what else was I talking about, April? Oh, just the different religions and stuff like that, and how we all, like how basically it doesn't really matter what somebody's religion is. It just matters how they make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like how you feel when you're around them. If they can make or bring out certain emotions in you. Basically, that's basically all I was really talking about and everything. April, I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much. I was great. Shut this down too, girl. But yeah, what time is it? 6:30? God, hey, yeah, and I got a couple things I gotta do, right? I've been neglecting everything, April. I've been on my ass this week. Whole freaking week and a half. Oh, really? It's been like 8 days, 9 days. I've been sick now. Well, I ain't gonna say that. 9 days I've been, not feeling myself. I hate saying sick. But yes, honey, I'm getting ready to, yeah, I'm ready to pack it in. Love you so much, people. Thank you for coming. And I will see you on your channel, April. I've been so all over the place, but I'm going to make this my full-time job, honey. Yes. I'm going to make this my shit. I'm a senior. I should be able to goddamn retire. I don't think that's happening. Not no time soon, but if I go ahead and just stay true to what I want to do as far as my live streaming and stuff, and keep this live streaming and stop bullshit with this thing, I know that everything will work itself out. Okay? All right. All right, now I'm gonna talk to you guys later. We could do a part two tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday. But we're going to talk about more about these sexual beings and um what it is that they actually want from you, right? What it is actually they want from you. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow because it's a lot. It's a lot that I did not cover because I didn't want to give it all in one session. So we'll have a good session tomorrow. Love you guys very much. I wish you guys wholeness, everything wonderful, amazing, and orgasmic that your hands and your heart can hold. Wow, mother freaking no.